Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. It's the big one, Manchester United versus a Liverpool combined 11, and I just want to say from the off, this will be interactive. I've got a screen where we can pick the players together, but as well as that, remember, just because Klopp's a better manager than Ollie and Liverpool are doing better than Manchester United doesn't mean that you can't put some Man United players in a combined 11. Manchester United have got some fantastic players, so some people might think it's controversial how many United players I'm going to put into this, because I am going to put Man United players into this. I'm talking about a combined 11. We're not talking about who the manager is, and in fact, let's pretend Jurgen Klopp is the manager, because look, no argument, Jurgen Klopp is on a different level to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment. So, United players combined with Liverpool, combined 11. We're going to do that, looking forward to it, and I've got an interactive visual to show you as well. But first of all, excited to say that Top 11 is back to support That's Football today, and I've got a really exciting announcement to make as well. Top 11 2022 is now live. Now, Top 11 is one of these manager games you can play on your phone. I mean, look, I do it a lot on the bus, when I should be working, etc, etc. I really enjoyed these and always have, so very excited to have Top 11. You can download it, of course. But 2022 Top 11, this means a great game I play for hours has just got even better. And I'm going to read some of the stuff they've got. They've now got added elements like play styles, which adds a new layer to individual player skills, as well as the different levels of skills you can now unlock to help develop your team in a specific scenarios. I also love how Top 11 allows me to have full control over the club, so I can decide not just how we train and develop my team, but also how to control what the kits look, how to update my stadium and training facilities. You can even decide which toilets you want if you want to. Very detailed. There's also a 24/7 live transfer market in which you can bid for players. This is where you can build your team and take it to the next level, and where I always lose out to last minute bids, so make sure you pay attention. As always, Top 11 remains a free to download and play mobile game. This is the thing I love about it. It's free to download on iOS, Android and other web browsers. And finally, as nothing good should be enjoyed alone, Top 11 is a social game, so you can actually play with your mates and other players from around the world to find out who really has the best management skills. I love this aspect of it, the fact that you can play against other people as well. Very, very, very consuming. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link in the channel description and start your Top 11 journey today. You could be a better manager than Klopp or Ollie. Well, you could try. Thanks again to Top 11 for their support, and now on with the show. Make sure you download it, link is in the chat for that. So, we're going to move straight away into the interactive Top 11, and I'm just going to give a shout out to the BBC website, because they've actually got this at the moment. So if I move myself across like that, we've now got on the screen an interactive way of doing our combined 11s. So Manchester United versus Liverpool, combined 11, and actually the first one to start off with is really difficult. Now let me just open this up and it should work. So if you want to do your combined 11 while you're watching this, get onto the BBC website, they've got it. I'll drop the link in the chat. But first one, look, that should give you all the lists on there. It's not quite done it, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. Oh no, it has got them there. Why is it not quite got them there, though? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We can see the names. That's the end of the road. I'm going to go with David De Gea. Get us back onto that screen. It's Alisson or David De Gea. I'm going to go with David De Gea because... And Liverpool fans are going to go with Alisson, and that's absolutely fine. I'm a Manchester United fan. David De Gea is a Manchester United legend for me. I think he's been absolutely brilliant in a time when we've not won trophies, but I still think you can be a legend of Manchester United because he has been brilliant for us over the 10 years he's been here. A couple of dips, but this season he's back to being the world-class David De Gea again, and we're basically splitting hairs over two world-class goalkeepers, and I'm going to be loyal to David De Gea. So if you're a Liverpool fan, that's fine. If you're a non-Liverpool fan, pick whichever one you want. But rest assured, David De Gea is Player of the Year for Manchester United, and it's going to take a lot, even from Ronaldo, Bruno or anybody else, to topple him, even in October. He's been amazing. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would not be in a job if it wasn't for David De Gea. He's saved us so many points, so I'm going to go with David De Gea. Now, the right back is difficult for me. Obviously, it's going to be Wan-Bissaka or Trent Alexander-Arnold. I mean, the back four is the most difficult area. I know, funnily enough, I know who I want in my midfield three and I know who I want in my front three, but the back four is difficult, and I know who I want as my goalkeeper. I like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think he's a really good right back, And I think he's developing really, really well. And he gets a lot of stick from United fans. So I don't expect any non-United fans to want to put Wan-Bissaka in. Defensively superb. Offensively still working on it. He reminds me of Luke Shaw a couple of years ago, where a lot of people, even United fans, didn't rate him. But I actually can see that he's going to develop into a really good right back. So I do like Wan-Bissaka, and defensively he's better than Trent. Neither of these right backs can get in the England squad. So it's not like you can say, well, one gets picked for England and also Southgate's the manager, so who trusts him? But I am actually going to go with Trent on this. And look, I don't feel it's a betrayal because I think it's quite close. But the reason I've gone with Trent, and I hope he gets torn apart by Rashford in the match on Sunday, the reason I've gone with Trent is because I think going forward, he is fantastic. And I think with whoever the forwards are going to be in this combined 11, would I want Trent Alexander-Arnold putting the crosses in or Aaron Wan-Bissaka? And I always think I'm really split on this. I am really split. Is a right back a defender first or an attacker first? I just would go with Trent, but if you've gone with Wan-Bissaka, fair play. I just went with Trent, and maybe I'm being a bit unbiased there, but I just did go with Trent, to be honest with you. But you asked me in 6 months, it might be a different story. I think Wan-Bissaka's coming off a challenging season. He's looking good this year. By the time we play at Anfield, it might be a very different story. Right-sided centre-back. I mean, it's very easy for me to pick the centre-backs, actually. I'm going to go Matip. And I'm going to go Van Dijk. So, there we go. 3 Liverpool players in the back 4. Matip and Van Dijk. I mean, Van Dijk's definitely going to get in there. World's best centre-back, I think. And coming back from a horrific injury. I know he plays for Liverpool, but sometimes you've just got to open your eyes. He's a better centre-back than anything United have got, and he's one of the best centre-backs in the world. The reason I've gone with Matip is I think he's massively underrated. I mean, I do consume a lot of football away from Manchester United, and when you are consuming a lot of football, you see people like Mason Mount and, gets called overrated, and you watch a bit of Chelsea and you go, actually, he's a really good player. And with Liverpool, I've just noticed how important Matip is to Liverpool, and he's not got the transfer fee or the status of a Van Dijk, but the reason Joe Gomez and Konate are not getting in the team is because Matip's better than them. And when you look at Matip, he's got everything you need. He's good in the air, he's good on the ball, and he's quick and he's strong. And straight away he's got attributes there that Harry hasn't got. And only Harry Maguire could get in here. Varane's not fit, by the way. Obviously, Varane gets in there. We're talking about who's fit for this Sunday game. If it's not that, and I'll give you that at the end, but we're talking about right here, right now for the Sunday game, that would be Matip for me because he's performing better at the moment. So obviously, it's Varane, but in this situation, I would go with Matip over Harry Maguire because I just think he is performing better at this moment in time. And that is why, sadly, I struggle with this one. I do struggle with this one. I'm just not too sure what to do on this. I'm just trying to get this right again. No, it's messing about. We need to just do this. Left back's very difficult. Very difficult indeed. I really would want to put Luke Shaw in at left back, and I don't know. I spoke to a few Liverpool fans and they said Robertson's still not performing as well as he is. So I've gone with what might seem controversial, but I've gone with Luke Shaw because Luke Shaw to me, it's done it again. Why does it keep doing that? I don't want it to keep moving down. Just stay there. There we go. It's because I have to move down, isn't it? I've gone with Luke Shaw because some Liverpool fans to me have said that Robertson's not playing as well as he has done this season. And whilst Luke Shaw's not been playing as well as he has, I think Luke Shaw had a better season last year. And we're talking about the right here, right now. Obviously, Varane gets in that team when he's fit. So I've gone with Luke Shaw. Argue amongst yourselves. It could have been a complete Liverpool back four, I agree. But it's not. In the holding midfield position, Fabinho, no problem at all. 100%. I think he's one of the best centre defensive midfielders in the world. And I think there's not much more to be said about that. We don't even have a centre defensive midfielder at Manchester United. The way I want to play is I want one holding midfielder and two midfielders who are going to get forward. So Fabinho definitely in that role for me. Jordan Henderson could do it. Thiago could do it, but for me it would be Fabinho. Left side, I'm actually going to go with Bruno. You've got to get Bruno Fernandes in this team. We're talking about a combined 11. We're not talking about anything else. We're talking about combined 11. We're trying to build the best 11 we can from the current set of players that are available. Bruno Fernandes, I mean, look, even United fans get on his back, and they're fools. They're goddamn fools. Bruno Fernandes is... I think he created more chances in a Champions League game on Wednesday night than anyone's ever done it. And it was against Atalanta. It wasn't against, like, Sheriff or something like that. It was against Atalanta. He's a fantastic player. I loved what he came out with after the game, because I think the FIFA generation of football fan thinks that every pass has to hit the mark, and if you play a bad pass, you need to be substituted. What a load of nonsense. A number 10's pass success rate should not be very good. Scott McTominay, Fabinho, their pass success rate should be brilliant, because they should be just playing it simple, getting the ball moving. Bruno Fernandes is trying to kill people with his passes. He's taken out 3 or 4 people with a sublime pass that no one else can do, like he did for Rashford on Wednesday night. He did for Ronaldo against West Ham. He's a risk taker, and he acknowledges that, and that's what his role is. And I think he's a fantastic player. He's been the reason United have got top 4 for the last 2 years. So he's got to be in the team. And then you come to the controversial one, really, because I think I want my team with that back 4 and that goalkeeper, and Fabinho. I feel that defensively we're good enough. So do I want to put Jordan Henderson in there? No, I don't. I don't want to put Jordan Henderson in there. I want to put Paul Pogba in there. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Paul Pogba in there, because I think Pogba, as we've seen for France, is a world-class midfielder when he's in the right midfield. And this is what I'm talking about, combined 11. We're not talking about form for Manchester United. His form for France a couple of weeks ago when they won the Nations League, and he's given a team talk at half-time, was absolutely world-class. I think and my manager would be Klopp, of course. It's bloody easy, I'll tell you that now. I think under a Klopp, with a Fabinho and a discipline and a system, I think Fabinho, Pogba and Bruno would be in a brilliant midfield. I think Fabinho, Henderson and Bruno would be a brilliant midfield, but I would go for Pogba because, and I totally agree with Liverpool and some Man United fans who are saying you're having a bloody laugh, but to me this is why I like Pogba, because I think United have failed to get what is a very good centre midfielder out of him. And we see it with France and we saw it with Juventus. He can play in there, it's his best position. And I think with a Fabinho there, I think he'd be absolutely superb. So that to me would be a brilliant balanced midfield. Obviously, on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, there's only one. There can be only one, and his name is Mo Salah. Absolutely nailed on that he gets in there. World's best player at the moment, on form for me. Sensational player, and he'd be in anyway. Like United, Greenwood, Sancho, I nearly said Dan James, he's not here anymore, but no, Salah's streets ahead of them, and we're doing a combined 11, but beyond that, he'd probably be in a world 11 at the moment. Well, he would be in a world 11 at the moment, he's playing that well. Left-hand side, Sadio Mane, where is he? There he is, Sadio Mane. Definitely Sadio Mane in there. Let's just get that back there. Rashford's fantastic. But he's not Sadio Mane, and he's only just coming back from basically 2 years of injury. So I think Rashford's a fantastic player. And again, if you ask this question in the Anfield game, it might well be Rashford. He'll have to go some, but it might well be. But honestly, hand on heart, based on form, based on who's the better player right here, right now, it's Sadio Mane. I don't like to say that. I think you can make a case for Rashford, but it's a predictive case, and we're talking right here, right now. So, Mane for me. And then, of course, it's not Firmino, it's Ronaldo. Where is he? Cristiano Ronaldo, 100%. Get in my team. And actually, I think that 11 is bloody good. I really do. I know there's a few topical points, but 5 United players, 6 Liverpool players. You could argue that it should be Robertson and Alisson. I'm sure Liverpool players would probably only have 2 or 3 Man United players in there. But 100%, I'm very happy with that team. Jurgen Klopp's the manager. Very happy with that team. And I actually think it would be a very good team. I think sometimes you do a combined 11 and they're not that good. I think that combined 11 would be definite title contenders. I mean, there's no weakness. Ronaldo through the middle with Mane and Salah either side of him. Fabinho holding the midfielder with Fernandes and Pogba. And yeah, you might want to bring Henderson if you want to, but he's on the bench, definitely. Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Shaw and De Gea. Obviously, I just want to show you this because and there is a big injury here, I would obviously bring in Rafael Varane if he wasn't injured. So that's very important, I think, as well, to show you that would be my team if everybody was fit. Obviously, it's Matip without. On the bench, obviously, Alisson would be there. I think I would put... How many subs can you have these days? Definitely Alisson, Matip. One of the fullbacks would either be Robertson or Wan-Bissaka, so that would be fine. Definitely Jordan Henderson. I'd probably put Sancho on the bench because I think he'd just work in this team. I'd need another striker. I'd put Firmino in there for something a little bit different. Or would I? Firmino or Cavani? I might go Cavani over Firmino. I know that would hurt Liverpool fans. And then probably need another midfielder. Or would I go Rashford? It's difficult. The bench is very difficult to do. I tell you what, you do your 11 and you do your bench as well because I haven't thought that through. But I'm happy with that 11 if Varane's fit. If he's not fit, it's Matip for me. Get your comments in below. I think that's a very unbiased combined 11 and I think it's probably the best combined 11 I've ever done. But I tell you what it does do, 100%, we're talking about standards again. Man United should be in a title race. When you're getting that many people in the conversation for a combined 11 and Liverpool are in a title race and we're talking about Wan-Bissaka or Trent, Shaw or Robertson, Alisson or De Gea, but I'm comfortably putting in Ronaldo, Bruno and Pogba. There's enough going on there. That's a fantastic team managed by Klopp. Man United have got a lot of players in the debate. A couple of years ago, I don't think we did. When Liverpool were winning the Champions League and the Premier League, I don't think we were really having many players in there. We're now getting more in there, but we're still in the same position in the league. That shows you where the standards are. They're low compared to the quality of player that we've got. Anyway, make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and get onto Top 11 2022. Links in the chat, give it a go, free to download, manage a game. You can play with your mates, you can play with yourself. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you all in a bit. I really enjoyed that.